Hello everyone and welcome to the latest video on my YouTube channel, Digger Evans. Excuse me. Today I'm going to be having a look at showing you how I do some of the weathering on the rails and after I've ballasted it and what have you. I use an airbrush. It's not it's straightforward as airbrushing. It's not rocket science or anything like that. I'm using here a paint specific for it. It's an enamel and it's made by MIG. It's simply called Trax Wash. That's what it is, and it does exactly what it says on the can. It gives you a good base layer on your tracks so that you can add to that later on. So in a minute I'll show you how I'm doing it, but we've got the track laid down, ballast, everything's fine, and we know everything runs with the track as it is. So now's the next thing. Like many people, I'm knocking on, I've got arthritis and I've got bad joints and stuff, and shaking a bottle of this stuff up for 10 minutes is painful. So I've adapted a jigsaw. I've put a clamp in it there. You see this clamp, and it holds just like this, and so we can use this. I'll just get that in there. I'll just get in there. Right, we can use this to do the mixing for us. I'll just be a sec. Very sorry about that noise, but I had to get it mixed. I'm just going to put that out of the way for a second. Now the airbrush I'm using a mini compressor. This is the type. I bought this off a friend of mine. I bought two. I have a big compressor and a little compressor. This little one does for this type of brush, which is a gravity feed, and I'm only doing small applications. I'm not covering a great area, so I won't be needing to use the big compressor for that. It's straightforward, simple. It just switches on and off. I've got one of these, which is the pot that you use. It also holds your airbrush, but when you're emptying and cleaning your airbrush, you stick it in there and you can empty everything into there, and it's all contained and you're not spraying nasties everywhere. What I will say is clean your airbrush after you've used it straight away. Don't leave it for later on or anything like that. Just clean it straight away. So now let's have a look. Yep, we've got this in. Just dip it in, and I put a few drops into the airbrush. Right, now I'm just going to alter position of everything so we can see where we're up to. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back again. Hopefully you can see this track here, and I'm just going to switch the compressor on. Slight bit of noise, but not much. Now this is where I'm going to go. I've got the stuff in there, as you can see, and it's a simple push down for air. Let's feel the air and then pull back for paint. So I'm going to look at this track here first. And it's just coming through lightly. It's just lightly coming through now, which is exactly what I'm after. If you have it too much pressure and it comes flooding through, you're usually going to make a mess. But like this, a small amount like this, it's all controlled, and you can quite easily get to grips with it. I'm sorry, the noise of the compressor is going to spoil things, isn't it? But we're getting the gist of it there. It's quite straightforward and easy to do. I just give the ballast down the centre a good cover, and over the edges. Makes it a much nicer a much nicer finish than just straight out cleaned up ballast like that. I'll just see if we can get a bit closer in and see if we can see that from there. That's about everything for this video, folks. Thank you all very much for looking in. I do appreciate it. If you're watching and you like it and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you do. And to all those that have already subscribed, thank you all ever so much. I really am grateful. Bye bye for now, folks.